Prva panel diskusija kojom ćemo otvoriti konferenciju jeste kako do voća I povrća premium kvaliteta.
The first topic is the panel about fruits and vegetables without pesticides residues. So the moderator will be Marija Ceklic, and the panelist, Professor Nebojsa Momirovic, Alfred Forre, Koppert Biological Systems, Innovations in Biological Control, Dimitris Saris, Haifa Chemicals, Precise Mineral Nutrition and Use of Biostimulants for Strong Growth and Plant Resistance. The floor is yours. Thank you for the introduction. Dear guests, thank you for being here. And before we start the presentation, I would like to invite Mr. Vladimir Živanović, Director of the Agro Belgrade Fair, to address you. Good day to everyone. Welcome to the 5th Agro Belgrade Fair. As you know, we're going to speak today about the production of fruit and vegetables of prime quality without pesticides residues, and that's our future, and we have to harmonize with the directives of EU. I would like to thank our partners in organizing this panel, the company Green Hit or Zeleni Hit, and to all of you who have arrived here. I wish you a successful work. Thank you, Mr. Živanović. And as you've heard, now we're going to have the panel organized by Agro Belgrade and Zeleni Hit Company. Given that you're in such a large number here, you are aware how important it is to eat healthy food and to be sure in its health safety. And it is something that green directives of the EU require from us. So biological protection integrative approach are more and more important in protection, plant resistance, and the supermarkets on one side want less residues and more nutrition and attractiveness of the products. Now you're going to hear how it is possible to achieve. You're going to hear the local international experts, how they achieve it. So the pioneers in our country, the company Zeleni Hit, certified 3 products without the pesticide residues. So Professor Nebojsa Momirovic are going to speak about the premium quality and green directives as prerequisites for sustainable fruit and vegetable production. Mr. Momirovic, the floor is yours. Dear friends, dear guests, I'm very happy that you arrived in such a large number, and I hope that we are going to meet your expectations. My task is to present why we decided and why we engaged a large number of companies and households to achieve these goals and attainment of our mission. Here you can see one of the certified products, that's the red bell pepper, which compared to the standard varieties has a double, twice as much of the sugar and the dry content, and because of the aroma, it has an excellent taste. It is quite crispy and differs from similar products that we can see in the market. So that's one of the prerequisites in order to maintain the consistent demand and to achieve the competitiveness which is really undoubted compared to our competition. And it is particularly important during the period when we do not have the conditions for warehousing of these products. So this product is not only, so when we come to consumption, it's not only recommended for consumption, but it is really good as recommended by the retail chains. It can be kept for 21 days under controlled conditions, and it can completely maintain its quality for 7 days in the normal house refrigerator, and it still has very good characteristics for consumption. The second product, which we can consider a premium quality, and that's why we use the Snacking Delight. That's this tomato, it's a cherry tomato, and this is a mini one. It's very well known as sweet plum, and it has a quite balanced aroma, and it has above 10 bricks. And that's the value that defines it as a premium quality, because the similar quality is between 7 and 8 bricks level, and here the sugar and the dry content is above 10. So the sensory impression is quite good, and it is one of the elements which is very important. So apart from the smell and the taste, we have the quite balanced shape and the thickness of the skin and all other elements which can affect the sensory impression by the consumer. So when you once taste this product, it is really difficult to replace it with some other. Of course, you can see here a modern way of production in our company. We do not only research and make selection of new hybrids, but we have an entire integrative process. We apply biostimulators, and we achieve the high tolerance to the changed weather conditions, and we combine that with adequate watering and nutrition. So these are two hybrids, Deitorino and Vespolino, and with cherry tomato it is Tomagino. It is the organic production, which is quite advanced with high productivity throughout the season, with a high tolerance and resistance, and premier quality product. So this year, together with our partners, primarily with Lidl as our retail chain partner, which is quite renowned, particularly when it comes to the health safety and of the vegetables and fruit. And so we started to talk with them about a beef tomato, and we also are going to have the brand or the labels of the Lidl. So this new genetics, and even the little bit older one, and we are including here the new hybrids which will be resistant to tobacco virus. So they will become, in our opinion, something that will mark the next period. We are particularly happy with the sweet and crunchy watermelon, which has a really high level of bricks, very thin skin and has really excellent characteristics, and it has high tolerance to high temperatures, and it has a high resistance to diseases. And this concept of integrated protection can be implemented without the pesticide residue. In the next session, Nebojsa Momirovic will say more about the new products of the berries that we plan together with our partners to place in the market this year. So I'm not going to say no more about that. She will speak about that. Colleague Forre is going to speak about biological protection. I'm going just to mention how important biological protection is for achievement of the quality, productivity, and finally, which is the most important, the health regularity in the category of zero residue. And you've seen Koppert, and we have also biocontrol and Bayer, the new preparation. You can hear more about it at the stand in Fair Hall. It is one of the best chemical protectors, and it has so we can sell the berries a day after applying this agents. We also have biostimulators which achieve metabolic balance of the plants. So during the harvest, when we have high temperatures and we have increased metabolism of plants, so a part of humid and other acidities, we have here numerous micromolecules, and we have the combination of with mannitol, with other secondary metabolites, and these are the new things which after the research we share with other technologies in the inside and outside area. So apart from the precise mineral nutrition, we are going to have some new crystal fertilizers that are going to have silicon and amino acids, and apart from the basic micro and macro elements will include biological function. All in all, why green directives? We have to save the planet. We need to provide the safe food and water and environment, and because of that we have to reduce the CO2 emission, and through these products we achieve it without much effort. So by increase of nutritional value, we decrease or increase, the consumption. So we then spend less energy of fossil fuels. We have less organic waste, and that has the impact on the CO2 emission and other gases. That is why these products are so good, and crispy red and watermelon are in this category, and they deserve to carry all these characteristics. So also we have the local consumption and local production in the premium quality category. So instead of the global trade and from the long distance and the transportation, which requires a lot of labor and which is quite problematic, we compensate that in this way by reducing the pollution and other things. So once again, to repeat, crispy red is our pride, starting from the new genetics, where we have all elements of premium quality, fulfilled all elements of the green directives. And this is how we achieve the good price in sale and a constant demand. And those are two basic elements for the product sustainability. In order to have the new generations a good quality life, and you have to admit that many people just don't like to work. They like to work in a virtual environment and stay at home and work from them. So engagement in agriculture requires something else, so they need to have a good compensation. So I think that in this way the prerequisites are achieved. So the production of fruit and vegetables is something that which will mean a good high quality life if we have such good products. So at the example of watermelon, we can see more visible examples. So instead of covering a large area, we have a small area covered with watermelon, and out of one watermelon you have more kilos, and you do not have much waste, and everyone is happy. So the retail chains are happy because of a lot of savings. So if you carry 2.5 kilos to the fourth floor and you just throw out only 300 grams of of the skin, and I'm sure that people buy such products, and I think that our innovative approach and further researches will contribute that a number of products that we have in this category will be larger. So this is the Carmen watermelon. It's quite crunchy, quite sweet, quite good, and you can keep it for 2 days in your fridge without any changes of the quality. So it's quite sweet, and we fulfill the requirements of green directives, and we have a high level of sustainability, profitability, and security in production. Thank you very much.
Hvala profesoru Momirović.
Thank you, Professor Momirovic. Koppert Biological Systems founders 50 years ago realized that the partnership with nature is actually the most important, so they were seeking alternative for chemical pesticides. So they managed to introduce many innovations, so their knowledge and products are used worldwide, which ended up in sustainable agriculture. Mr. Alfred Forre will talk about the innovations in plant protection.
With great honor, I would like to speak about entomopathogen nematodes. It's a really small part of the biological control, but it can be in the future a really important part. What is the entomopathogen nematodes? They live in the soil, and they are small, and they have to be infected, the insect, to be eat and replicate. And they are quite effective, and they are good and cheap solution for plant protection. The Koppert used 3 species of wireworms, the entomopathogen nematodes. One is, maybe I will move there to see. So 3 species. First of all, heterohabitus bacteriflora. This is leaves mainly in the soil because very, very sensitive, very sensitive for UV light. And Sternanema feltiella and Sternanema carpocapsa. These 3 what we are working with. The entomopathogen nematodes can control wide range of insect, even Nezera bug, whitefly pupae, and Tuta absoluta. The Koppert research team make a insect host specific lab screen. They check all the insect and they mark with 2 green cross, which is easy target, which is easily dyed. It's mainly for caterpillars, like Spodoptera, Chrysodexis, Tuta absoluta. They are really sensitive for nematodes. What does it mean, green crosses? That's more than 70% died in the lab situation. And what is the yellow? That's meaning between the 50 and 70% died in the lab circumstances. Now it's not important, but can be in the future. It's also an important part. This is a nice overview of nematodes and insect test, because we could see it, which nematodes better against which insect. We checked it, vegetables, soft foods, and also ornamentals. How do they work? They penetrate to the insect with natural openings, mainly for respiratory holes. And if they penetrate, they release a special bacteria. These bacteria kill the insect within few hours or days. This bacteria makes a special enzyme which is dissolved the insect body, what the nematodes eating. In this favorable environmental, the nematodes eat all the nutrition of the insect, and finally they multiply inside. You can see it, so much nematodes can build up in one piece of insect. I know it's disgusting, but you can see it, how it works. How the infected caterpillars looks like. The color of change to brown, and the larvae become immobile, and then the caterpillar make it softness and leaving the pasty mass. And the caterpillars end up drying out. The 3 species what we are work with has different temperature optima. You can see in this picture, the Sternanema feltiae has lower temperature optimum. It started to work in 10 centigrade, and optimum reached it in 14, but another 2 species need warmer temperature. Our plastic nematodes is the Capsanem. It's work with between 5 and 35 centigrade, humidity above 60, and time it's minimum 6 hours to enter to the insect. And whenever the greenhouse in the world, the climate pattern move the same pattern. When the temperature decrease afternoon, the humidity increase. We have to find out exactly the hours when the humidity reach 60% and the temperature lower than 30. That's the time when we apply a nematode. Not earlier, because UV light there. They are soil living organism. and that's why they are sensitive for UV light. You see, that's the time in this situation is 5:30. That's the time if we spraying nematodes, they could live a longer period. Here is 6 hours. 6 hours is enough to penetrate into the insect. What about the agri-crops? It is really difficult because less predictability, there are lower humidity, and UV light is there. So if we see it sunny day, it's no chance to try because the humidity is low. Only possible to use entomopathogen nematodes the rainy days or cloudy days in high humidity. To use in open field the entomopathogen nematode, it needs weather forecast, and also local data is needed. And then irrigation and special additive is increasing the successibility this plant protection method. The additive is so important in open field. This is humectant, which if we use, keep it, the moisture in the leaves, and during 6–10 hours, the nematode can enter the insect. What to remember for the best Florian shoot? First of all, Capsanem and Antonem is a good product to use in foliar. Dosage 3 million a liter, that is the recommended. The 5 million per liter is only the difficult pest, like Nazi. 1 million can be the caterpillar, because they are very sensitive for this. Humidity is above 65% at the moment when we started to spray. Temperature optimum between 14 and 31. Make sure the spraying equipment size greater than 4 millimeter, because it's blocked the nematodes. So if it's smaller, you have to remove. Time is the key. The determined precise start for spraying and count after the 10 hours. It's so critical. Repeat the application, that means little and often. It's better to half a dose and treat it 2 times instead of using the high dose as miss the point, because the circumstances is not good. Local crop climate knowledge is so important. Adjuvants is idle, but not compulsory in horticulture, but in open field, so important. The Koppert made movie. If you would like to start this product, please see this in YouTube. New developments on outdoor and vegetable crops. We already checked those insects, so they are sensitive and we can work with. Efficacy against wireworms in potatoes. The wireworms, it's really difficult pest because many reasons. One reason is mobile, it's moving large area, and also hard-bodied insect. It's difficult to enter, but you see in pictures, the nematode can enter the wireworms. It's another possibility to use against clothing moth, apple moth. We using end of September against overwintering larvae. If it's needed, we use also the pupae April. If we do that, then we are able to reduce more than 80% of the first generation damage. The wow effect, making the invisible visible. How we can do that? The grower must know how the entomopathogen nematodes works. The Koppert make a nice tool to help with, and put it in a small cap in the soil, and put it soil and the larvae, sentinel larvae in it, and put it a mesh net above, a special cup, and spraying entomopathogen nematode, and within 10 days check it. How was the spraying? You can check, the grower can check himself how successful this treatment. And finally, I show you the packaging, Horti versus Agri. You can see above the Horti packaging, first, the brown color only works with the soil, and the blue color is a cold-tolerant nematodes, and under that, there is a Horti packaging, much bigger and cheaper for horticultural purpose with a wide scale. Thank you for your attention.
Hvala, gospodine Forre. A još jedna kompanija koja je 10 godina je Haifa Group.
Another company that has been operating for more than 150 years is Haifa company. They try to think as farmers and try to see their problems and try to resolve them. So Mr. Dimitris Saris is going to speak about precise mineral nutrition and use of biostimulants for strong growth and plant resistance. The floor is yours, Mr. Saris.
My name is Dimitris Saris. I'm coming from Greece, so Kalimera. Okay. I'm in Haifa as an agronomist the last 7 years. And first of all, I would like to introduce what's Haifa. We are talking about a multinational corporation founded in 1966 in Israel. Now Haifa has 17 subsidiaries and so many logistics and production facilities worldwide. I'm sorry. The products, the gamma of Haifa is potassium nitrate, water-soluble fertilizers. I know that you are familiar with the purest potassium nitrate globally, and I'm talking about multi-K GG. About water-soluble fertilizers, and I'm talking about MKP, MAP, SOP, polyfeed, and now for sure the microelements. The control-released fertilizers. Some of you consider that they are the future. We have to discuss about that because of European regulation. The Turbo K series, the granular fertilizer, the only one granular fertilizer that it is based on the purest potassium nitrate globally, the potassium nitrate of Haifa, and the last 7 years, the new series of product that is consisting of biostimulants. Some of you know what's the biostimulants, but now I have to make it clear with a simple sentence. Polyfeed. Polyfeed is a wide range of fully water-soluble NPK fertilizer produced with raw materials of Haifa. The polyfeed can cover the needs of the plant throughout the growing season. As I told you, they are the only fertilizers that they are fully water soluble. Okay. They consist of pure plant nutrients exclusively, and we are the only one company that we can sign and stamp declaration that our products are free of chloride, sodium, and other detrimental elements. I know that some of you, the last year, are dealing with big supermarkets. I think that this declaration is required. We are proud that we can provide to you this type of declaration. Okay. Polyfeed greenhouse grade. We are talking about a very wide range of NPK fertilizers with high concentration of microelements in the form of EDTA chelates. And when I say microelements, I'm talking about iron, manganese, boron, zinc, copper, and molybdenum. Polyfeed MAR. A range of NPK fertilizers that we included seaweeds and what the seaweeds do into how the seaweeds act into the plant. They assist the production of chlorophyll. And when we are talking about chlorophyll, you have to bear in your mind that it's assisting the photosynthesis. And photosynthesis is the main process that is taking place into the plant. I'm sorry, but okay. I had to focus on the biostimulants because I know that you are fulfilled with knowledge about what biostimulants you are checking in the internet, you are taking information from agronomists and so on. The most updated description of what is a biostimulant is that a material that when applied to a plant, seed, soil, or growing media, in conjunction with establishment for fertilization plan, enhance the plant's nutrient use efficiency. In Haifa, we focus to the nutrient use efficiency. And continue, or provide other direct or indirect benefits to plant development or stress response. I chose only 2 biostimulants from our gamma. Our gamma is full of biostimulants, but I think that only 2 are suitable now for your needs. The first of them is Haifa Steam Force. And what is a Haifa Steam Force? First of all, let's explain that the biostimulants are in 2 general groups: the natural plant extras and the animal plant extras. I underline this information because I'm sure that you have not this knowledge and you have to know about what you pay and what you receive. Okay? Haifa Steam Force is a natural plant extract. When you buy a biostimulant from the agronomist shops, you have to ask for the aminogram. I repeat, you have to know about what you buy and what you receive. And please make a comparison with the biostimulants that are in the market, the natural plant extract biostimulants. Make the comparison for the concentrations of mannitol, betaine, ketokinin, and afxin. Haifa Steam Force is the best from the other that are now in the market. We are sure about that. I have to highlight that the pH of this material is only 3. What does this mean? That you can make the combination with other agrochemicals. The second, Haifa Steam Wall Up, is, I'll go back. Okay. Haifa Steam Wall Up is silica. In the market, there are 3 groups of silicas. The first one is the potassium silicate. The second one is the calcium silicate. And the third one is the stabilized orthosilicic acids. Haifa Steam Wall Up is a stabilized orthosilicic acid. Unfortunately, I have no time to explain to you how silica works into the plant. Just a very short example. It comes and covers the gaps into the leaf. In Greece, we say it's like a sova. When we build a wall, we use bricks. Afterwards, we put sova. It's this material, okay, for the plants. And we saw the results, not only against fungus, but only for blossom rot, heat and water stress, bitter peak, and cracking. When to apply it? In every stage that the plant changes the size. Why? Because new gaps are being created. I had only 7-8 minutes to explain to you very important things. I don't know if I'm a good presenter or a good agronomist, but I'm sure that I am a good runner. So thank you. Ευχαριστώ πολύ. I will be here for you to answer and to discuss further about important topics. Okay?
Hvala gospodine Saris. Poštovani posjetioci, napravit ćemo kratku kafe pauzu. Pozivam vas da...
Now we are going to make a short coffee break and or maybe to ask questions first. So before the coffee break and smoothies, let's start with the questions. Do you have any questions for the gentleman from the first part of the session? We have one question. A microphone, please.
Hvala. Thanks to everybody for great presentations. I have a question for Mr. Alfred Forre. Did you do experiments or did you analyze how well your bacteria works against pear fly or Cacopsilia piri? Because it's a very difficult pest, as you understand.
Yes. Yes, it's... sorry, it's not tested yet. But if we have this situation, we advise Koppert because the most durable entomopathogen nematodes. But we have to check. In lab, it's working, but in the field trial, it's still not done. So we will do.
So Koppert.
Yeah.
Koppert.
Standard name Carpocapsa. That's the species which is much more durable, and we use, if we know information, we choose that species.
U prodaji je sada entonem, uglavnom ga koristimo u suzbijanju trips. I'm explaining different thing.
We mainly use antonym in greenhouses in controlled environment before biological protection. Koppert is used here for pear flies and different dangerous pests. It's the same entomopathogenic nematode, but only under different name. Thank you. Do you have more questions? Obviously that the speakers explained everything excellently, so you don't have questions, everything is clear, but of course we will be available throughout the day for your questions, how to fight these dangerous pests, to give you answers. Other colleagues will be present. Now, please join us for to taste some smoothie, top quality smoothies from Arilje and coffee. See you in some 10 minutes. Thank you.